Hello and welcome to FDS MTG News for Friday, October 27th, 2023. Our top story of the day is that we're back! After a long hiatus of self-reflection and a bit of weight gain, I was able to get my crap together to bring back this show to you each week. The plan is every Friday I'll be covering the biggest stories in the world of Magic the Gathering. And if there aren't any, then, I'll talk about some, I'll figure it out. And of course, the bloopers are back. Now, on to the news! In this week's real top story, Marvel and Magic the Gathering have announced the biggest Universes Beyond collaboration to date. Yes, even bigger than Lord of the Rings, probably. Look, I have no basis for that statement, it's just that I know Wizards isn't known for its restraint when it comes to stuff like this. Wizards announced the collaboration on social media on Monday, October 23rd, by posting a video trailer that was really putting the gas on the sentimentality. The video was accompanied by a press release that stated, "Together, Hasbro and Marvel will develop collectible products and tentpole sets for the best-selling trading card game, Magic the Gathering. The first tentpole Magic set, based on Marvel's fan-favorite characters and epic stories, will appear globally in 2025, with additional all-new exciting sets for multi-generational fans to collect and play." Notice the use of the plural of set, and that they say the first tentpole product will be released in 2025. Tentpole ostensibly refers to a large set akin to Lord of the Rings Tales of Middle-earth. Yeah. We're getting multiple sets, and I don't think it's going to be like Tales of Middle-earth, where they're just re-releasing the set in new borders. We're getting multiple unique sets. And I do want to take a moment to admit that I was wrong. I thought that since Lorcana existed, Disney would never allow any of their properties to join the Universes Beyond roster. Well, I don't think I've ever been this happy to be wrong. But if this announcement makes you sad, I'm genuinely sorry you feel that way, and I do hope that there's a product coming out soon from Wizards that gets you excited. Speaking of products that are coming out soon that might get you excited, spoilers for the Lost Caverns of Exelon have started, and my god, this set is coming out swinging. While the set will feature a few new mechanics, Descend, Craft, and Discover, Explore will be making its return. Discover, which seems to be a fixed cascade, shows up on cards with a number. For example, Discover 10. When you discover, you exile cards until you exile a non-land card with a mana value less than the number noted on the card. So in my example, the mana value would have to be less than 10. Seems quite doable to me. Then you may cast it without paying its mana cost. So far, very similar to Cascade. Or you may put it into your hand. Something you may have noticed, and it's something I'm sure I noticed, was how complicated these cards are. I haven't felt this way about a set since Streets of New Capenna. All these cards with sentences like for each creature you control with power greater than that creature's base power, and Craft with 4 or more non-land permanents. I begin to get flashbacks of word problems from high school. Do you need random solutions to your card collecting needs? No? Well, check out MTG Cave anyway, because they have a ton of cool products that will probably solve a problem you didn't even know you had. Their products may not help you feel loved during those dark, lonely nights surrounded by piles of random stacks of cardboard, but they sure can help you organize all of your cards so you can get back to those dark corners of your mind. Click the link in the description down below and use the code FDS at checkout to get a 5% discount, and it helps out the channel. Check out MTG Cave today. In other news, the Ultimate Guard 4C tournament is coming up on November 4th and 5th on Twitch. The 4Cs are for Content Creator Charity Cup, and Day 1 will be Best of 1 Historic Brawl, and Day 2 will be Best of 3 Standard. It looks like it will be a lot of fun, and you should check it out. And I'm taking part! Yep, I buried the lead on that one. Ultimate Guard has graciously asked me to be involved in the 4C tournament, and I am super excited. I cannot wait to get my backside handed to me. Do you see those names? Believe me, I have no delusions. I am the weakest link, but I plan on giving it my best and playing for a great charity. More details will be coming out soon. So remember, November 4th and 5th on twitch.tv. It seems booster packs are getting another boost in price. Remember last year when Wizards made a big deal about how they had to raise draft booster pricing, and it was the first time they had done so in so many years and blah blah blah, and they needed to do so to keep pace with the market despite Hasbro reporting record profits? Well, those pesky little so-and-sos did it again, and they tried to throw something shiny in front of us to see if they could keep us from noticing. How, you ask? With play boosters. Starting with the set Murders at Karlov Manor, Wizards will no longer sell draft boosters or set boosters. The only booster products you will be able to get for Murders at Karlov Manor are collector boosters and play boosters. Play boosters are a mix of the draft and set booster products. The simplest way to understand them is that they are essentially draftable set boosters. Mark Rosewater explained in his article released on October 16th that since the release of set boosters, draft booster sales have plummeted. They created set boosters because when they looked at the market research, they saw that the vast majority of the time that draft boosters were being opened, they weren't being used for draft. They were just being cracked for the cards inside. With the concept of Booster Fun, they wanted to cater to that crowd who were just cracking packs, so the set booster was born. But remember when I said the vast majority of boosters being opened weren't being drafted? Well, by creating a product for people just to crack, it basically meant that draft boosters were only being purchased for draft, which is a much smaller audience. This caused a host of problems. Things like product confusion, local game stores not able to move product, and even some stores stopping the purchase of draft booster boxes altogether, which meant they no longer could offer limited events. Mark Rosewater stated that they faced the reality of limited disappearing if they did not make a change, so they decided to create the play booster. They started with the set booster and tweaked it a bit until it was draftable. It will contain 6 common slots, a slot that will be a card from the list or another common. It also could be a card from the special guest list. Details on that in the article, link in the description. 3 uncommon slots, 1 rare or mythic rare slot, a basic land slot, a non-foil wildcard slot that could be any rarity, and a foil wildcard slot. Again, it could be any rarity. And the final slot will either be an add card, token, helper card, or an art card. For those that were counting, that comes to 14 playable cards for limited, which is 1 less than the previous draft boosters. While there will be fewer commons per pack, Rosewater noted that they designed Karlov Manor and subsequent sets with that in mind. And I'm sure, as many of you have guessed, they decided to go with set booster pricing for this new play booster product. That means that draft is going to go up in price $3 to $4 on average. Oh, and another fun thing, the play booster boxes will have 36 packs in them, unlike the set booster box which had 30 packs. Therefore, a play booster box will be at least $30 more than a set booster box. That's fun! That about does it for today. Thank you for watching, and you all have a wonderful day. Welcome to FDS MTG News for Friday, October 27th, 2022. Wrong. In this week's real top story, In this week's real top story, what am I doing? Real? Look, I have no basis for that statement. It's just that I know that, akin to the Lord of the Rings Tales of Middle-earth, tentpole ostensibly refers to the large that soon MTG will be nothing more than the that soon the game will be nothing. That soon the game will be nothing. It'll be nothing. Nothing at all. That soon the game will be. This take of Magic becoming the monopoly of trading card games, wearing different intellectual. Magic's IP is strong and interesting. Disney. Well, I don't think I've ever been. Well, I don't think I've ever been so happy that I've. If this announcement makes you sad, I'm genuinely sorry that you've. I've said this before on the channel. From the well, the news, like the Vanilla Descend, which checks to see how many descend, which gives a creature all these cards with stuff like for each creature you control with power greater than creatures based. Click the description down. Ultimate Guard was gracious. Yeah, but gracious, and they needed to do it to keep pace with the market, despite Hasbro recording record. Well, those pesky little so-and-sos did it again, and they tried to show. Well, those pesky little so-and-sos did it again, and they tried to throw something shiny and. Well, those pesky little so-and-sos did it again, and they tried to. Why am I trying to say tried to show? Oh my God. Rosewater noted that they designed Karlov Manor.